So this is a fun part for me because I can squint my eyes and pretend that I'm playing Pikmin 1. Now, I'm not doing any dungeons for 2 parts because I need to get yellows and blues. That's the most important thing for me right now. Because you can actually hold off on getting yellows and blues for a pretty significant amount of time. There's a lot of dungeons you can go back to, and you can get a decent amount of them done without yellows or blues, but it significantly widens your world when you do so. So I generally just want to go for them as soon as possible. But unfortunately, it's always a goddamn ordeal trying to get a new type of Pikmin in this game. So it pretty much takes the entire day just to get to them. Whereas in Pikmin 1, when you were trying to find a new onion, it was usually like a 2 minutes from the onion, and it wasn't really that, finding them wasn't a big deal. They just wanted you to have their abilities right away, you know? But in this game, you know, you have to work for it because you can't, this game doesn't allow you to have nice things. So instead we're gonna like trek all the way through the I forget what the hell this place is called. It's not the Distant Spring. Because, again, much like the Awakening Wood, this area is just a copy-paste of the layout for the Distant Spring, only made more annoying and less fun, and I don't like it.
Huh. Well, it's perplexing, so it's a labyrinth?
I dare say you're being a bit of a Debbie Downer about this game.
It's frustrating. I try not to. Every time I try to play this game, I try to give it the benefit of the doubt. But it's one of those things where I realized as I was recording this that not only was I just not having fun, I was actively disliking my experience. You know, there are some games where I play them and I'm not having a great time, but I can understand, okay, maybe this isn't for me. I'm not a big fan of this style, but, you know, I can get why somebody else might like this. Common examples, like survival horror games. I'm not big into survival horror, it's just not my genre, but, you know, I can get why somebody would like that kind of style. Also, side note, this is like the most interesting thing they do with multi-person puzzles in this game. Super exciting. Anyway, yeah, like survival horror, I don't get much enjoyment out of it, but I can understand why other people would. Whereas this, like, I went back and I played it, and I was thinking...
What the hell happened to that one purple?
I have no idea. I go back and I play this, and I'm wondering, what the hell... Who does this appeal to? What is the target audience for this game?
Clearly not you.
No, definitely not me. And since the goddamn snitch bug just came down, I gotta throw...
Who are the people that like this, and why are they wrong?
Well, I do think that they're wrong, but they can be wrong if they want to. Side note, like, you know, just because I, like, disagreeing with someone does inherently mean that you think that they're...
Come on, we've all had those commentaries before, though.
Yeah, it's just,
I mean, geez,
like, you know, all you people who think that SA1 is better, you're wrong.
I mean, you wouldn't know that we were in the DMC commentary with how much Lewis yapped on about it.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Just because you think someone is wrong doesn't mean that you dislike them, you know? Like, if you disagree with someone's opinion, like, kind of by definition, you think that they're wrong about that subject, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily hateful, because, I mean, come on, it's a goddamn video game. You know, like, if you like Pikmin 2, like, I'm not going to want to stab you in your sleep. All right, that's only for those SA1 people that I'm gonna try to do that, you know,
or the people that run that Facebook page anyway.
Yeah, it's just like it's a video game. At least when it comes to silly things like TV, video games, comics, like nobody cares.
The character you're celebrating is not real.
Yeah, it's like we're not talking about like political shit or, you know, stuff. It's a video game. If you like Pikmin 2, whatever, enjoy the game. I'm glad you got something out of it. I'm not going to understand you, but, you know, at least you got something out of this that I didn't. But, like, again, I might think you're wrong, but that doesn't mean I think you're stupid or a bad person or anything like that, you know? So, yeah, whatever. I'm not a... It's just there's...
But enough about our SA2 commentary.
Enough about our SA2 comment. Now we're on our Pikmin 2 commentary. I can't wait until this gets revisited 5 years down the line, and we all argue about whether or not Pikmin... Classic Olimar and modern Olimar should really stick to the boost formula of Pikmin, because it kind of just made level design a lot less interesting to explore, you know? Like when you can just boost throw your Pikmin halfway across the map, it's just not nearly as fun.
Aim, Ted, aim!
I'm trying to aim. It's hard to aim at stitch bugs when they're in midair because perspective is a little bit weird. This is an instance where I might have wanted to go into the overhead view, but it's just not a habit that I have in these Pikmin games, because when I was playing them on the GameCube, I really wasn't a big fan of the overhead view, so I didn't do it very often.
Well, what about you, Ryan? You sound like you have a little history with Pikmin 2 compared to Ted anyway.
I don't think he despises it the way I do, for sure.
I don't despise it. It's to me, it's kind of the same level as Pikmin 1 in that there are good ideas here and bad ideas, and unfortunately, it kind of is at a standstill between the two.
I don't know. I feel like, oh god, this is the first instance where
Voice killing something.
Yeah, but he ate like 4 of them, which is unfortunate because you don't get many of those guys back. But anyway, what was I gonna? Oh,
Just here's my head on fire.
I don't know. Like, I feel like Pikmin 1 was designed around its ideas better, though, is the thing. Whereas Pikmin 2 had ideas that were more... They were trying to apply ideas to a genre where it doesn't fit, I guess. Because, again, this is a roguelike, essentially. That's the main gameplay of this game is the randomly generated dungeons. But it's a roguelike with weird-ass real-time strategy mechanics, and it's just a strange mismatch where, like, it's kind of like playing... God, I'm trying to think of even an example that's just as bizarre of a combination. It's like trying to play a match 3 puzzler with 2D Sonic the Hedgehog controls. Like, it's such a bizarre combination. Like, okay, we're gonna take a game where combat isn't the focus and make combat the focus, and we're gonna make the sections where taking stuff back is the focus, and we're just going to make you wait to have those things be taken back because there's nothing in the way anymore because you just killed all the enemies, you know? Like, Pikmin 1 has...
And thus the werehog was created.
Kinda, yeah. Like, Pikmin 1 is certainly not a perfect game. There are elements to it that are strange and weird, but it's got a couple of things going for it. One, it's the first kind of game that ever tried to be like that, so you get a lot of slack, at least from me, for trying to do something different. Also, I love how long it takes to pop the Earth zits. It's strange. But yeah, so there's that. Pikmin 1 has issues, but it was trying something different. Whereas Pikmin 2, you already know how this style works, but instead of trying to evolve the style, they tried to switch genres immediately. And like maybe if they had tried to go for this kind of roguelike dungeon crawler thing after maybe 3 or 4 attempts, it might have worked a little bit better because they would have refined. Like, I feel like you shouldn't try to change the genre when you don't even, like, know how your gameplay really works yet, you know? Also, there's nothing in this top area. Like, nothing. All of this space is just empty. No enemies.
When you put it that way, it kind of sounds like Zelda's beginnings, because it was overhead dungeon crawler, first game. 2D side-scroller in the second game, which is a radically different approach, and then by the third game, Pikmin 3 in this case, they went back to what worked in 1.
Yeah, you know, it's very much like that. It's very much like the NES style, now that you think of it.
So in about 20 years, we'll get Pikmin Breath of the Wild, and it'll take fucking forever to finish.
unless if you speedrun it, and then you can beat it in 30 seconds.
Yeah, you see those mountaintops? You could take your Pikmin to those mountains.
Mountaintops? You mean anthills?
Yeah, yeah.
I still really, I really want to Pikmin.
And it's not rain; it's a meteor shower.
I really want to Pikmin 4 just so that we can have.
We do have a Pikmin 4 on the way.
Kinda. We have Pikmin 3DS, which we saw once and have not seen again. And they've said, "Oh, we're working on Pikmin 4. It's almost done for like 3 years." So I don't believe.
Isn't that what they say for every Pikmin game at this point?
Yeah,
every Nintendo game, period.
Yeah, because
let's just generalize it for that.
Yeah, but oh my God, they're still working on that wall. God damn it! You cannot have more whites than that, breaking down that wall for the record. You only, unless if you like go and grind the white dungeon, but that just takes longer, so, you know, I'm not gonna take that as an excuse, so, But anyway, as I was saying, I keep on forgetting my point because I keep on getting angry at different things. But, I remember now. I think actually Ryan said this in in maybe our Pikmin 3 discussion or something, but I really am looking forward to when they start doing more out there areas with Pikmin, like maybe like a city street corner or like inside of a house or something, because you get glimpses of those kinds of environments and like challenge levels and things like that. But like, imagine how cool it would be, like a puzzle to get the Pikmin on top of a table to take something off of it down and then back to the ship. Like, that would be really, really cool, I think. And considering
Why can't we just land the ship on the table?
Oh man, you expect Olimar to know how to fly that thing? Like that, the miles per gallon on that is abysmal, man. Like it's a stick too, and nobody knows how to drive that. So, you know, they're lucky they can park it. You know. Okay, so we finally have yellows, thank Christ. But they give you 5 to start, which I guess is better than the 1 that you got to begin with. But you know, whatever. One good thing about purples and whites, though, is that since you can't grow them in onions, you can use them to get. You can use them in these early camps in order to get the populations built a little bit quicker. Because you can, as long as you have 1 yellow on a pellet, the pellet will be prioritized to the yellow onion. Whereas if it's all purples or all whites or a mix of those two, it'll just pick a random one. So you can get your. It takes a little bit of the grind out of early Pikmin growing, where it's just like, okay, take back 1 pellet. Okay, now maybe you can do 2, so on and so forth. But still,
everybody else felt that, right?
I don't even know where that one fell from, for the record, but whatever.
Food is food.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know why I'm taking, no, maybe I'm putting in more red so that I can have yellows out on Olimar's side, because if you have 100 Pikmin out, you actually grow Pikmin faster because you don't have to wait for them to sprout. I do think sprouting is a little bit faster in Pikmin 2, but it's not so much faster that it's really a big deal, I think. I don't know. No, actually, I know what I wanted. I wanted to, like, actually do things with yellows, so I needed to get a couple more of them out. Okay.
With so little time left, I guess you want to go get.
Oh
like,
yeah, I wanted to go
get
that the fiery bulb orb carcass, and I don't know, like some other stuff. Now I have no idea just what I'm doing. Oh, I know. I want to get.
You're getting away so they go faster.
Yeah, because there's not really much time left. You are right. And man, I'm really smacking myself in the face right now for not getting those purples, those purple berries. That would have made a couple of bosses a lot more manageable. You don't need them, thankfully. It wouldn't have made my playthrough a lot easier, but there are just a couple of instances where I'm looking at those and I'm thinking, yeah, I really should have.
Work smarter.
Yeah.
Not harder.
It's just, yeah, I don't know how familiar you guys are with the other Pikmin games. But it's just one thing that I noticed when playing this, especially after having played Pikmin 1. I did a live stream of that not too long before recording Pikmin 2, so it was fresh in my head. How empty these overworlds are really gets to me. There's not a lot here to do. Even if it was just, I think I had mentioned this in passing before, but even if it was just freckled with a couple more small enemies and, like, pellet flowers or something, it wouldn't have fixed the problem of there not being anything substantial to do, but at least it would have looked a little bit more lively, you know? I don't know. There's always something. Everything in the first Pikmin game felt very compact. There wasn't too much wasted space at any given time, whereas this game, I don't know, it's smaller, but yet less things to do. It really all of their effort went into the dungeons. These overworlds feel like an afterthought, really. Ooh, a bottle opener.
Wow, the school hours of this place are shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, math class is always first period. Nobody's in the mood for that, you know? Come on, can we get it back? Can we get it back?
Probably not.
No, probably not. Especially since I can't see how many Pikmin it needs. I mean, I guess I could zoom out
Oh,
the camera.
there you go.
But no, it's not getting back. Come on. How far will it go? Well, not far if I accidentally...
Get going! But the bottle opener, leave it!
He's done for.
We have 6-packs, but no way to open them.
You 6-pack.
Go
wow.
back for it.
Wow, these Pikmin are really working out.
I was talking more beer, not actual abs.
You know, at this point, I could just end the day. But I prefer letting the countdown go down for some
Oh,
reason.
cat, I'm lazy. Let the day do it for me.
Okay, this is something that irritates me. The game has a different variation.
The entire game.
Well, yes, the entire game does irritate me, but there's a different variation of the end of day music every time you, depending on how much money you make. If you make like a little bit of money, it will give you like the normal one, which I actually really like. It's basically the same version from Pikmin 1. If you get a lot of money, like we saw at the end of the last day, since I did like 2 full dungeons, it has this really obnoxious version with all these trumpets, which is supposed to sound triumphant and stuff, but it's not, I don't think that really works. It's not supposed to be a triumphant song. It's more supposed to be just kind of like a roundup, like, okay, good work,
Captain's
everybody.
log, stardate. Now, we found a new piece of technology on the planet. Riker, it zapped Riker and it grew a beard for him. He looks much better. I tried it on my head and nothing happened. I threw it away.
Oh no! Are those the little fuzzy things that bothered Kirk? Or
You know, it never making me wonder why Captain Picard never used a holodeck to give him a headset of hair.
or just a toupee like Shatner? But whatever.
It's a toupee, yeah.
And yet Riker gets a beard.
Yeah, and it's much better for it.